Hello everyone. Hi ladies. Welcome back. This is one of my Facebook Lives that I am doing for my private group. So if you're in the chat, say hi. If you are watching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments. But today I really wanted to talk about how we keep traumatizing ourselves by playing into men who are not masculine, giving attention to men who are considered dusties, or men who literally just want to waste their time whenever we desire something different. So the reason I call this traumatizing yourself is because whenever we get into these self-abusive cycles of accepting less, lowering our standards, operating out of our lack of self-worth and lack of confidence rather than in the highest version of ourselves, and spending that time and energy literally focused on building that self-confidence, building that self-worth, using our energy to invest into inner work and into leveling up. If we're not doing that, we're traumatizing ourselves over and over and over again. You are continuously choosing something other than you. You're looking for something outside of yourself. I know I say this in like every live, but you're looking for something outside of yourself to fill whatever it is that you're searching for. So whether that be, like I've said before, validation, a feeling of loneliness that you're having, and so you're feeling like you need someone else, that feeling of codependence. Whatever it is that you're looking for outside of yourself, it's just a fragment of what you lost at some point from yourself. So you're looking for this to be fulfilled by most likely someone else, or by an achievement and accomplishment that proves that you're valuable, that proves your self-worth, that then if you get that, you can feel confident. But I'm telling you that has to come first. That literally has to come first. I'm like looking at two different cameras here. I need to put this one down because I started recording on my other one. But that comes first. You have to do that first. If you are operating from unhealed worthiness wounds, if you're operating out of a lack mindset, a scarcity mindset, all you're going to attract is situations, people, opportunities, events that confirm your inner subconscious beliefs. So stop traumatizing yourself, and we're specifically going to talk about with men when dating. I actually want to stop using the word dating because I don't really like to focus on dating for no reason. Like, in my eyes, we are dating for marriage, if that's what you desire. So I believe that's called courting. I don't know. It's probably an out-of-date word, but I think it's a better word for it because dating can mean so many different things, and I think that has one specific definition. So if you are in the courting process, right, that means that that's what you want. That's what you desire. And that's what I know a lot of feminine women desire. Like, we desire to get married. We desire to be mothers. We desire to be provided for, protected, pursued. That's what we desire as feminine women. And what I see is that a lot of women are entertaining men who are not doing any of those things. The 3 Ps: protected, provided for, and pursued. These men are not pursuing them. They're pursuing the men, if anything. They're not being protected at all. If anything, they're probably being used, exploited. Whatever's happening in that situation, probably not healthy. Or what is happening is they're definitely not being provided for, right? They're being asked to go 50-50 on things or pay for everything. And this is just going to lead to a cycle of continuous trauma. And it's going to weigh down on us. We're not breaking out. We're not breaking out of this matrix, breaking out of this cycle of identity of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of having this, because that's what you're telling yourself. That's what the universe is reflecting back to you. That's what God is bringing up for you to see. That's why it's bothering you. That's why it's triggering you. It's so that you can see it and be like, oh, I don't actually want this, right? So if we have the subconscious intention of being courted, of being pursued for marriage, of dating for marriage, then what we don't want to do is inflict trauma upon ourselves by entertaining men who have clearly said that they do not want that? Or if we want to be provided for, why are you entertaining men who have vocally said and expressed that they can't do it, they won't do it, they don't want to? I'm confused. I mean, I actually did this for a while, so I was confusing myself too. But dating for potential and taking yourself out of the dating pool, off of the market, considering yourself in a committed relationship, being the boyfriend and girlfriend dynamic, when you want something more, when you want marriage, long-term partnership with this person, divine union, sacred union, you can't keep yourself in this cycle of entertaining what you don't desire. What you give attention to, what you give the most attention to, is what will keep coming back to you. Because that's showing the universe, I give attention to this because I like it. It's serving me in some way. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't pay attention to it. If it's not serving you in some way, you're not going to pay any attention, right? So, and what this attention is doing, because you're doing it subconsciously, it is serving you somehow, but it's this fragment between you and like current you operating off of these self-limiting beliefs and the you that you want to be in your highest self, in your most feminine version of yourself. And if you haven't downloaded my free journal prompts on that, go to my link in my Instagram bio and download that, because that's a really good start to figuring out like your feminine self-concept, okay? So definitely go get that. But when we're operating in this in-between, this like transition state of I'm still entertaining things that don't serve me, I'm still entertaining things that are not going towards where I want to be in life, then what's going to happen is you're going to get more of those things. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your subconscious is telling you, and your ego wants to be right. Okay? It wants to be right, and it thinks that being right is being happy. And that's not true. And I don't think that happiness should be the ultimate goal, because there are lots of things that you can do that could make you happy that aren't actually serving your highest self. Like, I could go eat 5 cakes and that would make me really happy, but it's not serving the person that I want to be and my physical goals, right? So I don't believe that seeking happiness is really truly the way to break out of your current patterns, because they might be making you happy. These patterns are actually most likely serving you in some way, or did. And when we release those with gratitude that they actually served us to a certain degree and kept us safe at one point, that's how we can detach ourselves from this, right? So if we knew, okay, we're only entertaining these men who literally are not giving us what we want, but we're for some reason like drawn to that, attracted to that. Why? It's giving you something. And when you identify that, then we're able to reclaim it. Then you're able to understand and detach from that, because you realize that you can give it to yourself and it's within you. And until you give it to yourself, you're always going to be seeking it outside. You're always going to be seeking it in someone else, in something else, whatever it is. It's always going to be outside of yourself. And you're going to keep attracting people into your life, specifically men, who are mirroring this back to you. And it's going to keep hurting, but it's hurting for a reason. Think about in our physical body, if we're sick, if we get a cold, and we get a headache, and we get a runny nose, sore throat, are we mad that our body is showing us that we're sick? Our body's literally telling us, hey, like, this hurts, my throat hurts, my nose is stuffy, and I have a headache, so I probably have a cold. Thank you for making me aware. Now I know I'm sick. Let me go rest. But when things keep hurting us emotionally and energetically in life, especially in relationships, whatever, in dating, courting, we keep having these things come up where these men are not wanting to actually court us or date for marriage or whatever, And that's hurting us. That's hurting us. That's the symptom. That's a symptom of the deeper issue of I don't feel yet worthy to attract a man into my life who does desire marriage, children, family, whatever your personal values are. You aren't getting that yet because you're being called to heal the disease, the root issue. Not put a Band-Aid on the symptom, right? Paying attention and giving your time and energy to men, or even, I mean, this can go for friendships too, that are just giving you this validation and giving you this sense of false self because it's not within. That's a Band-Aid on top of the symptom. And it's going to keep playing out. It's going to keep coming out. It's going to keep telling you you're sick. You're sick energetically. You're sick emotionally. I just use that as the disease example, right? But it's going to keep coming out this way. The universe, God is going to keep showing you, keep calling you in to this deeper inner work. The triggers are telling you, hey, let's solve the root issue. It's still showing up. Let's solve it. Come on. Let's solve these confidence issues. Why do you not feel good enough? Why do you not feel worthy? Why is your sense of self-worth outside of yourself? Right? And so the way you do this is inner work. That's how you do this. You can work with someone with this. You can work with me one-on-one and do this. Or I'm actually about to do day 3 of Worthy Womanhood Intensive, where this is like the specific thing that we are diving into every one of these days. The recordings are available, and I'll be adding more to it too. And this is literally what we are completely focusing in on. That's what all of the inner work is about in this course. So I'll put the link in the bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, put the link to that in here, because that is the best way to get there. I have literally created this course exactly for this, and we're going to be doing a bonus Q&A call that's going to be live for this soon. So if you get in now, you'll get access to that and the recordings and then all future versions. It's going to be amazing. Or if you know that you want to go all the way and you're ready to make a big change in your life, then DM me for working one-on-one or getting into my 6-week course. Initiation of Intention. We are starting August 3rd. If you do either one of those, you will automatically get Worthy Womanhood Intensive included with it. So DM me for that. DM me I'm ready, or just say you saw my live, or you can email me at theinsightgoddess@gmail.com and we will get back to you on that. But that's going to conclude today's live. That was deep in a quick amount of time. And comment what you got from this. Comment what came up for you. Or at the very least, just hashtag replay so you can help me get into the algorithm, get my videos pushed for more women to see. Send it to your friends if you know they need to hear this, or you just enjoy my content and want to share it. And I love you so much. Definitely subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Go follow me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my content. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.